What is up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well today. As you guys can tell by today's video title, today we are going to be following a Japanese makeup tutorial. I am so excited because I have just been loving Japanese kind of makeup since I was a teenager, and I never really had the confidence to replicate it on my face, nor did I even know how to do it. So today we're going to be following a step-by-step tutorial from this YouTuber right here to achieve this very doll-like Japanese kind of makeup. First of all, she is absolutely stunning and I cannot wait to look like that, hopefully. If you guys enjoyed this type of video, definitely smash that huge thumbs up down below to let me know, and maybe in the future I could do other kind of makeup looks. Maybe I could do like an Indian makeup look or a Korean makeup look. Just let me know what you guys want to see. Just so you guys know, in this video I'm not going to be using the exact same product as the YouTuber in this video did, just because I feel like I would have to buy a whole new like makeup bag. But I did manage to pick out and find products that were almost exact in shade from my own makeup bag, so hopefully you guys can get some tips on how to basically replicate that look but with the products you already own. First up, she applied some contact lenses, which I really wish I did buy for this video. Sadly I did not, so we're going to be skipping that step. By the way, I cannot understand very much of what she is saying. I am currently studying Japanese, but I am like beginner level. I am nowhere near fluent in like everyday conversation even, so yeah, I just have no clue what she's saying. We're just gonna be going by what she's doing. Okay, so let's see what the first step is. She is shaving her eyebrows. Just kidding. I have a feeling I'm not going to be able to replicate like the steps to do with her brows, because obviously I've got quite bushy brows. She literally has shaved brows. I'm not going to be shaving my brows for this video, you guys. So I'm sure you guys are asking, what's the actual next step I can actually replicate on my face? Aha! She's actually using a face primer first. So this is a skincare moisture base from Concealing. I guess my most similar product to what I can use is the vegan wear from Clio. This is a UV setting primer. I really love this product. It's got a little bit of a color to it. So I'm just going to be applying this to my cheeks just as she did. She's actually using a sponge to then pat that primer in, which honestly I don't ever really do. Interesting so far. So next up, she's taking a blush, which is definitely not my typical kind of step in my makeup routine, especially before my actual base is done. That's very unusual. She's using a very peachy toned kind of blush. So I've got this one here from Clio as well, and I really like this. So what she's doing is she's applying the blusher over her eyebrows. Obviously, I do have eyebrows, so I'm not going to do that. But she's also taking that same blusher and she's applying it underneath her eyes to kind of like color correct her eyes. So we're gonna go ahead and just replicate that step. I honestly don't think I've ever applied blusher under my eyes like this. I mean, she looked stunning in the finished results, so I hope she knows what she's doing. But personally, I feel like my under eyes are gonna be screaming for some moisture. They're gonna be like, help! We need some moisturizer. Okay, I don't know about you guys, but I literally feel like I look either unwell, like a zombie, or like I've caught pink eye. So far, this is not a good look. Okay, now next up, she's finally going into foundation. She's using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless Foundation. I don't currently own that one. I have the L'Oreal True Match one, which I feel like is kind of similar, but a little bit more dewy, which we can set after. So the way she's applying it is literally just with her fingers. I did wash my hands before this, so hopefully I should be okay. So she literally just applies it like on her cheek and just rubs it in. Oh gosh, have I applied too much? I feel like I have. She kind of just like caked her face in it. I feel like I normally wouldn't apply this much foundation, but here we are. We're gonna be doing it for the sake of this video. She then basically just like starts rubbing it in with her hands. And I mean, I've never applied my foundation like this. I have to say, I'm a brush gal. Lately, I mean, I do kind of switch between brushes and sponges, but like with my hands, it just feels wrong. Do you guys know what I mean? I mean, I get that sometimes your hands are the best tool. Also, the warmth of the hands does help to kind of like melt the foundation into the skin. I do feel like now that I've applied the foundation over my eyes are looking a lot brighter. So maybe that blusher did actually do something. So once she kind of blended out everything with her hands, she then takes a little sponge like this, and then she actually applies some setting spray on the sponge, and then proceeds to carry on blending the foundation away. I feel like this is obviously a great step to really seal that foundation in place. This just ensures to like minimize the appearance of your pores as well. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what my foundation looks like after this. Okay, so far my skin is looking okay. It's not looking as terrible as I imagined it to be. Moving on, she's now going in with some concealer. Okay, how does she apply this? Kind of just like two little lines under her eyes like this. Then she does a little line here and here. And then she does like this little line here. I honestly have never concealed underneath the corners of my lips like this. She's then also taking a lighter concealer and she's kind of like concealing around her eyebrows. I guess she's doing this to really sharpen up the features of her brows since she does draw them on. I feel like this technique is very 2016. Do you guys remember when we all like carved out our brows with concealer? So she kind of does that above and a little bit below too, just around the tail. She's now taking her little sponge once again and she's just blending out all of that concealer. I have to say, I really do love blending out makeup with these sponges because they don't really absorb as much product and they're just really, really good at getting that really nice flawless finish. She's actually not done with the concealer. She then adds another little line just like that. And then she blends it away with this little sponge, which I do not have one like that. So I guess for that step, I'll just use a typical beauty blender just to kind of blend that in. Now moving on to powder at last. She's using a white translucent sort of looking powder. So I've got this one from Vanilla Co, which I really like. And I'm just gonna apply it the same way she did with a little puff. It seems that she's literally just applying this all over her face. So I'm just gonna replicate that exact same step. She starts at her forehead, just really pats that powder in. Honestly, I don't usually powder my whole face like this because I feel like it does make it look very, very dry. Next up, she's going to be applying some cool toned contouring. So of course, I'm going to be reaching for my Roxy X Revolution Contour and Highlighter palette, and I'm going to be taking my everyday kind of shade, which is this one. I feel like it's very similar looking to the one she's using, and she seems to be applying it on her jaw quite a lot. I guess that's to kind of create the illusion of a slimmer face. She's then applying some right here, kind of like on her cheekbone. And then lastly, she's also applying it right here at the top of the forehead. She's now also starting out to contour her nose by starting out in her inner eye socket and kind of dragging that shadow down the bridge of the nose. So she's kind of connecting that brow right to the tip of her nose like this. Okay, the next thing she does is she literally takes it like down here, like in the nostrils, not here underneath the nose to kind of like carve out the tip. She actually goes from nostril to nostril. I've never done my contour like this. I feel like it's really gonna highlight my nostrils. I suppose it's gonna give my nose that anime character kind of look. Maybe that's what she's going for. She's now using a lighter powder to kind of highlight the top of her nose with like this. And then with a slightly smaller brush, she's taking a highlighter kind of shade with a bit of a sparkle, and then she's just applying a dot of that on the tip of her nose like this. Okay, it seems that she's now reaching for a pinky toned kind of base palette. So for this, I'm going to be using this palette from my Roxy X Revolution collab, and I'm going to be using a mixture of this shade and this shade to kind of combine it into the shade that she has. Okay, so first up, she's using a flat brush to kind of lay that pigment all over her lid. It's kind of like a very pinky neutral sort of nude shade that she's using. I'm really interested to see how this look will turn out on my eyes because obviously I don't have the same features as her, and I feel like sometimes makeup can just look so different on different faces even if you literally do the exact same techniques. So once she's done the eyelids, she then takes that same eyeshadow color and she drags it underneath her eye like so, and she does take it quite far down. I feel like I'm getting flashbacks here and they're not good. I really don't want to end up looking like I'm ill again. I mean, we have to do it though. We have to do it for the video, so I'm dragging it quite low just like she did. Okay, here it is. Oh no, I literally look ill. How is she pulling it off even at this stage? Maybe this is one of those things where you have to trust the process. She's then taking a more orangey peachy kind of shade once again. So I'm going to be using this blusher right here, and I feel like it's a very close match. And she's basically then applying that eyeshadow really close to the lash line like so. All right, so the next step she's doing is she's taking that same shadow, she's pinching her brush, and she's creating this little line underneath her eyes, which I'm pretty sure is called Agocel. It's basically like that roll of skin right underneath the eye, and it's supposed to make you look really youthful. It's a very envied and sought after feature to have in like the Asian beauty world. Honestly, I think it's adorable. I love it. I would love to have it, but clearly I do not. So just like her, we're gonna be faking it with some makeup. So I'm taking a slightly darker shadow, and I'm just gonna be creating this little line right on my outer corner, just like she did. I feel like on me, it's actually just gonna look awful. She's literally just going in and just like making this little line right like that. Obviously, we're gonna blend this out. Do not panic. It also happens to fold right on one of my eye creases, so maybe it's gonna look quite natural. I feel like this is just gonna be a terrible look on me though. I literally look like I've had about maybe 30 minutes of sleep last night. She's then just applying a little blob of sparkle right there. Obviously, because I don't have a monolid, it just doesn't look quite right on me. But I really want to follow this tutorial exactly step by step, so that's the placement, even though it doesn't really work for my eye. Okay, moving on to the liner. She's now using a dark brown shade to line her eyes with, and basically what she does is she just extends her outer corner with a brown shadow, and she creates a really thin line, but she actually kind of points it down and almost like level with her sort of like inner corner. She's making her whole eye level from the front to the back, so she kind of just extends that line outwards rather than upwards, which is what you would normally do with Western makeup. So I wonder how this technique will look on me and my features, because I do actually have a sort of like drooping eyelid. Okay, so that's the liner done on one side. Let me just do the same to the other. She's then taking that same shade and creating almost like a fake lower lid, kind of joining onto that line. As she's doing it, she's creating this like blank space where her outer corner is and her lash line is, which I think is really interesting. I see that a lot in Asian makeup. They really know how to like manipulate their eyes with makeup and just make them look so much larger. As she kind of gets towards her pupil of her eye, she then kind of just like merges it into the actual lash line. She's then going back into that like droopy sort of fold of skin, and she's actually taking a slightly darker shade of brown to kind of accentuate this little crease right here. So I'm just gonna do exactly the same and kind of accentuate it just ever so slightly. Oh my gosh, my eyes just look so strange in my opinion. I've never seen my eyes look like this before. I mean, in Western makeup, you would never ever do something like this. Accentuating your under eye bags, like that is just a no-no usually. But I do think it looks kind of endearing. It kind of makes me look like I've got puppy dog eyes. I think perhaps I might have gone a little bit too heavy with that darker eyeshadow, because it's really looking a lot more prominent than hers did. So I'm just gonna tone it down ever so slightly with some neutral toned kind of shadow, almost just like blend it away like it's not there. So the next step she does is she actually takes a neutral like skin toned kind of eye pencil, and she uses this to actually accentuate that little roll of skin and give it a little bit of highlight and dimension. Kind of like go over that area. It's a little bit tricky for me because that area of my skin is already quite like wrinkly, and obviously it's so dry because of the blush. I don't really know if this is gonna do anything. I think I might actually use a white pencil instead, just because I feel like it will show up way better. Okay, so that's basically what that's looking like. I feel like that little roll of skin right there definitely does look a lot more realistic now. She then goes back in with that shimmery kind of sparkly shade, and she actually goes over that area with it ever so slightly. Finally, we are moving on to the lashes. So I'm gonna be taking my lash curler just like she did. I'm just gonna curl what I have, what my mama gave me. I've been trying to look after my lashes lately, applying serums and such, and I've definitely seen a big improvement in my actual natural lashes, so I'm pretty happy. I just feel like with eyelash serums, consistency is key. I literally apply it every single day when I can. And I'm just gonna use the Maybelline Sky High Mascara just to coat my lashes with it ever so slightly. It doesn't really matter too much because we are actually gonna be applying some fake lashes as well. I'm really excited for them. Every time I look at my eyes in the mirror, I'm just like, that is not Roxy, that is not me. I just feel like my eyes eyes are looking very droopy rather than like the usual upturned kind of style that I'm used to, because normally I just have my liner facing up rather than like out and away. But I do love the like doll-like look to this makeup. I think it's so stunning. All right, so now moving on to lashes. She's using quite like spiky anime looking lashes. Now, I managed to find these on Amazon. They were very inexpensive. I'll link them down below if you guys are interested. But they are so stunning and I felt like they looked exactly like the ones she was wearing. All right, so I'm gonna go straight in and apply the lash. All right, so the lashes are on. This is what they look like. I did add a couple more than she did. She's only got like 3 clumps of lashes on her eyes, but I added 5 just because I felt like it would have looked better for my eye shape. It appears that she is now going in with some black eyeliner and just adding a tiny bit of a flick to the outer sort of line. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that as well. All right, that's done. She's now going in with the same black liner and she's adding these tiny little fake lashes, which I think is so clever. Obviously, you're naturally not gonna get lashes on this new like lash line that we've created with makeup, so this is such a good shout. Okay, here it goes. Let's hope I don't mess this up. Okay, but does that not look adorable? I'm honestly obsessed. So that's the lower lashes done. She now goes on to do her brows, which obviously we're gonna skip that step as I've already done mine. She now goes in and adds a very small hint of blush. She's using like this pinky peachy kind of blush. She applies it just right in the center of her cheek like so, which is definitely not my usual blush placement. She then also applies some of that blush to her chin and also the tip of her nose. All right, now moving on to the last step of this makeup, she's now doing her lips. So she's taking a sort of like pinky brownie toned lip liner first, and she's just applying it right above her cupid's bow. She's then also doing a little bit below her lip. I didn't notice this, but she also does the lip corners. She kind of makes them a little bit more upturned and sort of elongates the mouth. She's now using some tinted lip oils. It looks like she's using 2 different shades, but I only really have one, and I feel like it's close enough to what she's using. The one I've got is from the brand called Peri Pera, and she just literally applies it to like the inner part of her lips. She's kind of going for like that ombre gradient sort of lip. Oh, what? She then took it off. No way. Oh no, she's using like an orangey one now. I think what I'll do is not just take this off, but I'm just gonna add this orangey kind of shade and kind of blend the two together. All right, guys, so that is the finished and complete look. Let me know what you guys think of this look. Do you guys think it suits me, or do you think I just look cray cray? I honestly don't know if I can pull this kind of look off, but I think it's absolutely adorable and she rocked it so hard. I just don't know if I have the right features for like this kind of eye makeup. It definitely looks very extreme on me, but I've honestly learned so many cool new techniques when it comes to makeup that I probably otherwise would have never like thought to do. Just like adding that little fake roll of skin underneath your eyes. Like normally in Western sort of makeup, you would never really do that or never see that. But I definitely feel like it adds that sense of charm to your face. It makes you look so youthful and it just makes your eyes look so giant. So I do think we should start incorporating these techniques into Western makeup. I honestly love it. Now the question is, do I try a pink wig on to really complete the look and kind of like copy her vibe? I don't know. Should I? Should I not? Oh, you guys have talked me into it. All right, I'll try the pink wig. My pink wig isn't exactly like hers, but we'll see what it looks like. Maybe it'll elevate this look. All right, so here is what the look looks like with the wig on. I know the wig is not exactly the same as the girl in the video, but you kind of get the gist. I honestly think this wig really does complete the look. It looks so adorable, and honestly, I kind of feel like I've tapped into my alter ego with this whole look. What should we call her? Who is this? I feel like she deserves a whole new name. Anyways, that is it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed seeing something a little bit different from me. I honestly had so much fun recreating this look. I really hope you guys like it. I mean, I just don't know if I suit it, but I definitely really like it. If you want to see me follow any other makeup tutorials from any other countries, let me know what country you would like to see next. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!